All right, so I have decided to do Black Figure Fridays, and I'm going to teach you about a different Black person every Friday. We are going to talk about Bass Reeves. He was a Deputy U.S. Marshal, one of the first Blacks to become a Deputy U.S. Marshal. He was born a slave in Arkansas. He was the personal servant to Colonel George Reeves. They have the same last name because slaves had to take the last names of their owner. While he was enslaved, Colonel Reeves taught Bass how to shoot a shotgun. And Bass was an excellent shooter. He was able to really shoot. And so because he knew and had an excellent shot, Colonel Reeves took him to fight in the Civil War on the Confederacy side. We'll deal with that at a later date. So with that being said, he was able to escape. Bass escaped during the war, and he escaped to the Indian Territory. He hid in the Indian Territory in Oklahoma, and he learned the customs of the Seminole, Cherokee, and the Creek people. While he hid there until the end of the war, U.S. government didn't have jurisdiction in the Indian territories, so he was safe there. After that, it was time, in the Wild Wild West, it was unlawful, it was a mess, and they needed some order. And so they had to find people to become marshals to go find the outlaws. So in 1875, the head of the U.S. Marshals had to appoint some marshals. And Bass came to mind because he knew how well he could shoot, and he knew the Indian Territory, and he knew that he could go in and he could go through the Indian Territory without causing any problems because he knew the customs and the languages, and he would go in and find the bad people. And he could shoot with both hands, and he rarely missed a shot. But he didn't like to shoot. He only used shooting as a last resort. He would come in disguises and he would trick the bad guys so he could then arrest them and bring them back. And he was super tall. He was 6'2". He was African American. He was Black. And he just did a great job. Another key thing about him was he spoke up against animal cruelty. He did not like for animals to get hurt. So it is speculation that Bass was the inspiration for the Lone Ranger, the fictional masked hero of the Out West. And no one can officially say, but it is a lot of speculation that was about him. So I hope you enjoyed my first Black Figure Friday, and I hope you learned something. I had never heard of Bass Reeves. I have this book here. It is by Vashanti Harrison. It is Little Leaders, Exceptional Men in Black History, and I was able to find the information about Bass Reeves. So I hope you enjoy.